Good evening. Sorry for the long intro. Well, I don't have people writing for me, so I can't do it like a monologue like Bill Maher, the fucking puff. I like Bill Maher, but I think he's a bit gay. I wish I could be like, is it Peterson? What's the Canadian guy who's become famous over the last year or two? Fucking so articulate, that guy. So intelligent, so articulate, so smart. You know, brilliant. And he has no one writing for him. For example, Obama was very articulate, but he had writers. You know, as do all presidents. I wonder if Donald Trump had writers, because they won't fucking fire him. Would you put that on your resume if you were a writer for Donald Trump? Oh yeah, by the way, I was one of Donald Trump's speechwriters. Coffee fair. So what was the best thing that anyone said that would, what he said, Coffee? He was done about COVID, so he knew about COVID well before it came out. Thank you. And now when I say thank you, that is because most people like that are brought up in England, I believe. But in Japan, especially male workers or salarymen, they don't say thank you to the wait staff because they can't. And you thought I was rude. So beer is now 200 yen, maybe until 8 o'clock. Now when I first came here, a beer this size would probably be 700 or 800 yen, and if it was in a hotel, it'd probably be more money. Then plus table fees, table charges. All right, Cam. No, I haven't had much money over the last year. The Lord Nash's. I think it's your second time here, in Nash's. But I know this is Korean American guy. Well, I think he is. He might be a bit of all sorts. But he wants, you know, I know he goes to this place in Nagoya where they have fresh oysters. So if I can get a couple of good days in the end of the week, I might ask him to go. I've said this before, there's in Scarborough, on the east coast of England, in the north, there was a Italian mayor, English Italian of course, Italian descent, and he was the world champion oyster eating champion. And I don't know if he died. He did die, but I can't remember if he died during the competition. But I do like these. There's a young woman in Britain now. He's got 1 million subscribers, and then there's a young girl. Maybe she's from the south. Nice girl, shows a bit of tit, and she's got about over 300,000 subscribers. But she's very good. Fucking hell, she can eat. Massive table of food, and it's usually gone in 10 minutes. I think the most I ever had was about 6 or 7, because something was wrong on the second one, and then he gave me a new pair. They come in pairs, not testicles. And I saw something, these strange videos, blah blah blah, and it was like this oyster and this young man. It was in the family heirloom business, and he got it checked out, and it was a massive pearl, and I think it weighed between 25 around 30 kilograms. They say it's worth like $60 million, but he wants to keep it in the family. Fuck that. Keep it in the family. $60 million? Yeah. Oh, so what's for supper? Beer. All the shoes, yeah. Well, they're so fucking poor, aren't they? No, but that happened in America as well for running shoes. But now some of these shoes are like $800. He's got some special shoes. Nash's. Why do you call yourself Nash's? Is it related to false teeth? Thank you. Okay. Now, if I'd had about 4 drinks, I would have made a rude guess. But I haven't, so I won't. Yeah, it's about time we stopped these fucking armies, isn't it? Now, there was something, there was someone talking about Japan's military or something the other day, I forget who it was. But, now what, I don't know if you've heard this, but what they say, the reason for killing the whales is that the whales contain a special oil, a very high quality oil, and this is used in the production of nuclear weapons. They've still got a big army. It used to be 400,000. It's about 320,000 now. GA type. Where are you? Nash's, are you from Australia? See if I'm remembering right. Oh, in England, mate? Which part? Don't tell me Sheffield. Fuck that up. I know it used to be over 1 million, maybe 2 million. Do you know why they lost every fight they ever had, China? Every time they went into battle, they always lost. Do you know why? So today I found something, because they had a chink in their armour. Okay, man. Birmingham, Nottingham. I have been to the bowling alleys in Nottingham and Birmingham. In fact, there's a little place just outside. It might be near the airport. Maybe that. Ed. You're supposed to laugh at that joke, Ken. I thought it was funny. You never heard a phrase of the chink in their armour? I'm on a drink streak, Ed. I can't stop it. All right, Nashes, thanks for dropping in, pal. Have a good day outside the house if you're outside the house. See you, mate. Take care. Because I was talking recently about I never had many steaks, and so that goaded me into going to this company's chain. And it was like a steak restaurant, and it was like this, and it showed you this platter of meat with like pilau rice and then steak on it, and this steak was like fucking 5 pieces of steak about that big, not about that top of my thumb there. It's in Denhus. All right, man. Do you speak Afrikaans, Ken? I was thinking whether I should go and get a pizza, but then I remembered the pizza from Domino's is fucking shite. So I think better off getting a 250 yen pizza from the supermarket, and then fucking getting some meat, getting some nice meat, putting that on it. I've still got fucking. I cleared a truckload of stuff. Oh yeah, I was going to say, I've got this. It looks like it's about that high, so that's over 6 inches. It's over 6 inches, and it looks like some kind of award. It's in very dark on the back. It's imprinted in on metal. The kanji is imprinted on metal. I can't see it too clearly, and. But the thing is, the top part of it, it says 24 karat gold. Now, is that fucking worth anything or what? What do you think, Ed? In your valuable experience? There's like it's like a little boy on the top. It's like a little boy on the top of a globe. Now in my luck, when I go back home, some cunt will have nicked it. Should I get that chicken or should I get a pizza? So the bag of money was fucking 5 yen coins and 1 yen coins all wrapped in tape. I think maybe about 150, 200 yen, something like that. Oh, I missed some. Oh, okay, I'm missing these comments here. What do you think, guys? Is it worth anything or what? It's not very. So the figure may be about 1 inch, 1.5 inch high, something like that. I need a fucking bit of luck. What a flight or fight coordinator? What you fucking? There's a fucking piano. There's a guy that I know. He was always in McDonald's a few years ago, and what he used to do, I know I saw that from your first comment, Ed. When you and what he was doing, he was writing down page after comments from like a book, studying. And about 6 months ago, he said to me, can you take this chain off this bike? I'll give you 2,000 yen, $20. And it was, the thing was, it was a quality bike, and the lock was quality. Oh no, I fucking don't remember that, pal. I didn't know you were in the money. And so I took it home and I got the grind. I needed to grind it off because it was fucking good quality lock. Because the shop, it was outside the bicycle shop in this building, just behind me, about 30 yards. And so I took it home, brought it in bike, and But ever since then, he always nods and like that, as though we're like a big fucking partners in crime or something. Yeah, I was well, some of these streams, Kent, I do get a bit fucking drunk, mate. Not as drunk as Ed, of course. I saw down in Namibia. I don't know, what did you say? Zebras aren't black and white. Geek. He's stopped listening to posh music. Put spaces between it. Arigato. Did I ever say before, why do they call lemon as such a negative thing? Lemon is one of the best fucking things ever. Lemon meringue pie, gin and lemon, gin and tonic and lemon. Lemon eclairs. Serious. My videos are not for children content, so it must be adult content. No, it is in the settings. There is no... This video is not made for kids. What is a zero gravity chair? Real nice. They're still. I told you 2 weeks ago, Behind Her Eyes. That is the most popular thing now on Netflix. Fucking brilliant. And there's sex in it. Bimbo borders from Buffalo. Behind the Green Door, that was a very famous single in Britain. There's something on Facebook at the moment where it's it was this thing on Facebook, fake pastors or something like that, and it showed you this pastor like shoving a big cucumber in one of the congregation's mouth. Who invented religion? What was it? A snake oil salesman? Someone that was a lot brighter than the rest. This is no, I think I might have said it on there before. The guy that invented decorating wants fucking, and the guy that invented fucking wants decorating. Well, my nephew's children are now got blue blood. When they get difficult passengers, they just say, send him to Kent. He'll sort them out. With his posh Namibian accent. I don't. What is that? Is that one of his routines? Or would you like to go drinking with Gilbert Gottfried or Bill Burr? Were you in the army before the Air Force, before that job? Do you remember that? I don't know if where was that now? Maybe a bit over Africa. There was two planes. There were two planes that crashed in midair in like 3 o'clock in the morning. One was a transport plane for DHL, and the other was a Russian plane with all school kids on and their parents. And what happened was the guy that was in charge of the skies over that country. It was Germany. That's right. It was in Germany, and the guy that was responsible went for a break. The two planes, if you can imagine the chances of that happening, the two planes crashed. One father of one of the passengers, he studied German, learnt it, and then he went to, he might have been Switzerland actually, because the guy was over Switzerland, that's right. But they speak German, so he learnt it, went to Switzerland, found out where the fucking air traffic controller lived, and killed him. That's determination. just SLR. That was it by the fire of the weapons. By the Lord's rocket, for example, Lord's rocket anti-tank, GPMG. Why did you get rejected, Geek? Which service was it? I thought the Marines take anyone, don't they? Fucking hell, they took Rick and fucking Roy, Crazy Roy. Check that out. Did you have like an art memo or something like that? No, I jumped out of one balloon, caged balloon, 800 feet, but it's now 1,500 feet because people were dying. Wait, it was the Navy, but it was the Marines. It was classed as the Navy because what happens if the Marines go on board or go on ship, and so it's they were part of the Navy, so they're not the Army. Oh, but you wanted to join it. Well, it got me very fit. Yeah, like when I tried to join the regular Marines. They wouldn't have me. And then, like, I don't know, 6 months later, then there was an advert in the newspaper for Reserve Marines. We stopped the draft. We used to put some like socks and towels behind on the living room door. That was one of my first inventions, the draft excluder. So when you turn the handle, so it's like a piece of string went down to the bottom of the door, and then this was on. That stopped the draft, but then when you needed to raise it to open the door, so you turned the handle, and then that would lift the draft excluder until you'd be able to go in and out. And that's how I stopped the draft. I'm trying to think when they stopped the draft in England. Maybe it was sometime in the 50s. I think they stopped the draft. Could have been 60s. What was it called in England now? We've got a different name for it in England. Conscription was it called? I can't remember. But my dad was in it, and he was a cook. Thank you. I love that on draft. Give me a pint of draft. Did they say that in America? Give me a pint of draft. Yeah, but they all got. When I joined the reserve Marines, there were so many that dropped out. So many. We did the wings course to get your wings at Bryce Norton, and fucking all that. It's like gay central. The Starlight, they had a fucking disco on. They had a disco on the fucking airbase. No, I woke up with a fucking cold sweat. I'd just joined. I'd been in 6 weeks, and we fucking invaded the Falklands. I woke up one night with a fucking not kidding. So luckily it was all over. But I'd only just started basic training, so I'd been a long way from getting my Green Beret. So no, exactly. It's fucking. I couldn't believe really, because of the training that we actually used to train with the RC Royal Corps of Transport on the same base, and you could when we were training, you could see the RCT looking at us going, "Thank fuck we're not doing that." So, and you could see they just look so soft, the Air Force. But fucking, it's a good course. And like I said, we went up once. We thought we were going to do like a real jump. The first real jump, we were going up, and it was just too windy. It's about 35 knots, and so they just cancelled it. And there was for 2 weeks there was no fucking decent weather. Well, the Argentinians were quite clever, because what they did, they put massive piles of mud on the runway in the Falklands, and the British thought that they had fucking destroyed the runway, and they hadn't. They just put these, but they still lost. Yeah, because they would like all the Argentinians. Most of the Argentinians were like conscripts. You know, they were teenagers. They had no fucking idea. My commanding officer, he was actually in. He was actually filmed and photographed. They had a photograph of him like cleaning out his fingernails with a bayonet. But the Argentinians were claiming the Malvinas as theirs. But the thing is, the Argentine wasn't even a country when England fucking took those islands. Oh, this is what happens when you get fucking dodgy. I've never heard this before, King, but this is what happens when you get fucking dodgy people. Well, I mean, it's just like when America invaded Iraq. They were told all over that area. They were told they were being suppressed, and it was bullshit. You know, they had free housing, free education. So many fucking benefits. The lives of they had such better lives than the Americans. I am in Vladivostok, comrade. Well, Margaret Thatcher did the same thing. She did the same thing because they said they put together that task force in 4 days. They couldn't even get a fucking plumber to come in 4 days. They knew 6 months before what was happening because the Labour Foreign Secretary told them all about it. They knew what was happening. They knew what was coming. 4 days was fucking bullshit. They had the Argentinian junta and we had the British junta. But that pissed off the because the paratroopers and the Marines, they have a big conflict about who's the best. But it's obviously the Marines because we train a lot longer. The basic from is that they're fucking insane. So there was paras on the course. When I did that course, there were paras on the course as well. Fucking stupid. No, but they would never have won. The Argentinians would never have won. It doesn't matter whether she was male or female. What matters is she was a complete fucking cunt. There's nothing wrong with women. There's nothing wrong with women wearing holes in the front of their underwear at all. In fact, I recommend it. No, but I think the Argentinians, the biggest thing is they didn't believe that they could march across that land, and that's what surprised them. and that was the paras. And so they, the paras, I think the paras did most of the work. But when it came to it, they let, because the Marines were overthrown in the first place, they got the Marines to put up the flag that they'd retaken Stanley, and this really pissed off the paratroopers. I don't know what you're saying, Ken. These days, when women do that, they aim for a 25 plus year handout. I'm not. I don't know what you mean, mate. Please explain. Explain it to me like I'm a president of the United States. So, should I have a wine at 100 yen or a beer at 200 yen? But it is 5%. Decisions. The fuck's up with this? Sometimes if they haven't got holes in the front, then you've got to fuck about putting your fingers up the side. No one wants chafing. Yeah, but it's not, you know, at the end of the day, I think. But don't forget, you've got to remember, kids, when they're 16, thank you. So when they're 16, 17, and 18, wherever they are, they just want to fucking escape. They just want to escape horrible conditions at home. They just want to get out. My cousin's daughter, she was a cunt, by the way, my cousin. And her daughter got knocked up at 14. She had 3 kids by the time she was 19. She ended up with 5, and she phoned me up a few years ago. She said, I've got a chance to go to Australia, what should I do? I said, well, if it's a genuine chance and it's true and she really wants, and she'll give you a job, go. And she did. She went to Australia and now she's thriving, doing really well. No, I didn't. I haven't seen it yet, Geek. No, I haven't seen it yet. Do you mean I saw something about your grandfather, not about your grandmother? Did you mean your grandfather? I saw the message where... Anyway, don't mind. No, I didn't see that message yet. It might be on the phone, Geek. It's splendid news, look. I didn't realise she was still alive. This is not your granddad's wife, this is from the other side. I thought it was Geek. What you say? The gist of that, you don't. So you don't like this grandmother gig? Was she a bad grandma? Was she? Though maybe I don't remember too much about that. But I know the troubles in the family. I didn't realise grandmother was a cunt. Well, maybe. But she still managed to get 87, yeah? Yes, I was talking about my cousin earlier and her grandmother. So, on not on my side, on her side, her grandmother was a cunt like that, and she got into her 80s. So my cousin, he bought the council house, and then he said you can live in it rent free. So the so the cunt lived for another 20 years. That's just fucking horrible. But does a passing or look forward to passing have any, apart from you enjoying it, does it have any other legal ramifications? Well, my dad used to do that with us, but he wouldn't shove stuff in our pockets. He would like get Kit Kats and give us Kit Kats to eat while walking round. My grandmother, she cheated us at cards. She lost at cards and then she just took all the fucking money. So she was a bit of a cunt as well. Yeah, Kent's got a bit of a dodgy female relation as well. Yeah, I met the guy here in this area, and he said he had a dodgy mother. It was some, drug related when they were kids, and him and his brother were like abused or had a really fucking rough upbringing. And he came here. He was a musician. He came here, and his brother became a police officer. And I did see a photograph of his mom, and she, you could fucking see it. Yeah, that's a fucker, isn't it? It's gambling and you fucking. I think I might have seen one film like that where the wife was a gambler or something like that. Fucking so depressing. What my dad used to do, he used to spend. my mother used to take me down to the steelworks, to meet him after he finished work on a Friday, and to get to approach him to get the money, but he just fucked off in a different direction, and so we never got the money. And then if she fucking complained, he'd beat her. Complete cunt. I think if a woman, to be truthful, I think if majority of people where where they get divorced from the first husband or boyfriend, and then it's all downhill after that, because most decent men would not take on another man's kid, and if they did, it'd be very rare if it was a good dad. Hello. So it'd be very rare if it was a good dad. My cousin got married, so he took on 2 or 3 kids to my cousin, but I think he was a bit dumb, so he was lucky to get a good woman. Hello, Angel. Stepfathers or uncles, yeah. Yeah, I think we had an Uncle Bert, but he was nice, Uncle Bert. He used to take us out in his. To have a car in those days, this is the 1960s. For a guy to have a car, working class guy, was just fucking so rare. Yeah, but the worst things that happen with those. The worst thing is that the fucking stepdad can beat or kill the fucking kid, the boy, or he can interfere. He can also interfere with the boys and girls, and the mother can't see this, or she fucking puts up with it, or she allows it, and it's the worst fucking thing you could. It's the worst fucking thing you could. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Well, what we did, our mother did a similar thing, but she actually, I think they were. We didn't realise this. They were like suits, but with short trousers. We felt like right twats. And they were like, and when we were like fucking 9 or 10, something like that. So and this is every year at Easter. So at Easter, she'd get them out of the pawn shop. So they must have been expensive. She'd get them out of the pawn shop. We'd go to a relative's, show the relatives our clothes, and then we'd go back home. We'd have our money, and then she'd put them back in the pawn shop. You want to? Yeah. Well, go ahead, mate. Well, probably you might have to wait 6 months or a year, unless you're a millionaire. Apparently, an Australian or Kiwi vlogger has made a video on TikTok talking about. It seems you can travel in and out of countries if you're a celebrity or a athlete or a very rich person. It's no problem. This is what was happening in England. So What did were they watching the church on television? Oh, you no, you will when you visit Japan, whether it's next week, next month, 6 months, or 1 year. Everyone will be wearing a mask, apart from me. I don't, what does that mean, Ed? What you mean? You're ordered for a televangelist to be a to be? I thought what? So they would train someone to be a televangelist. I'm not sure what you're trying to say, Ed. You get these people in front of the cameras, and then what? So they would train you to be that. They would train you to be a preacher on TV. So it's even more fake than what they let on. Did you lose the job to another brother? I can bet you now that Pat Robinson, they are still using the same fucking footage, using the same old black phones from the 1960s pretending to take donations. That's one thing that should fucking stop. Yeah, so that is just like me doing fake priests in Japan doing weddings, which I did think about it for a little bit, but I had no fucking job, so. But at the top, I was earning like $10,000 a month for the fucking turn that down. But you know, even in America, pretending to do that on TV, and if you realise they're so fucking dumb, probably would have done that as well. Yeah, especially. Peter Popoff. Is this in America or in South Africa? Yeah, I know that fucking. It's Pat Robinson, yeah. I know that cunt. Well, I upset someone, and so that job it disappeared. I went for a different firm, and then but it's just a never-ending trial of fucking disappointment. So finally, you give it up. But I don't. I think a lot of people know me now and know my face, not just in this area. So I don't know if it's possible to do it again. Genesis, I'll have to look it up. No, I did. No, I was doing weddings in Japan. I actually saw who's the most famous snake salesman. I saw him. I went with my. Yeah, I didn't pay tax on it. Yeah. There was the most famous one. With his son is doing it. His son's a bit fucking dodgy. It's ridiculous, isn't it, what they get away with, these cunts. And so I went with my girlfriend to this. It was at Sheffield United's football ground, and I said to her, I said, well, that sounds pretty impressive in our church. Then there was quite a few people that walked down from the stand towards the stage to be to have money taken from them. To have their wallets, to be relieved of their wallets. It's ridiculous, isn't it? And those fucking cunts, they got, how much did they got with the fucking relief? How can you fucking believe that? I think they should be burning the churches down. Not paying taxes, fucking little boys, fingering girls, and then not paying taxes, then getting $1 billion in fucking tax refunds from the fucking government. How fucking bad is that? I got Beam wallets. Good luck for you. Send me some money, you cunt. Yeah, I think you can, because well, my friend, for some reason, the karate guy, he thought he was going to get all this money from. There's these fucking all these minerals in Afghanistan, and we knew someone from Afghanistan, and we were hoping to fucking start getting these stuff from fucking Afghanistan. And it was supposed to be like a high level of gold in this fucking in these samples. And then he was telling me he was going to pay me like fucking a stupid amount of money. Because I could be like the manager or something. Of course, I took it with a pinch of salt, and it never happened. But the fact was that the American military government is in Afghanistan. They have so much fucking minerals in Afghanistan. They're doing the same thing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I saw the samples. So this guy that we know, he sent samples to. It cost him fucking 80,000 yen for the. I think it was 1 or 2 boxes of fucking dirt, and there was nothing in them, because he knew people, and they sent them to an assay office, and it was just all crap. So. We'll have to do it. Yeah, I was thinking about, what is it, this, is it NFT? People that would fall for the religions are the same people that would like fucking end up taking heroin or cocaine, so. They just need to be shown a bit of love and taken to a bar. No, it is the same, but it's also how you were brought up, and everyone's felt for some, including me, felt for some bullshit in their lives. Yeah, but the problem was when we got these samples and we had them fucking checked out. They were saying the samples were really good, and I was doing research on these samples. What could be expected, but what they were saying were in the samples was just so far in front of what is in reality. Because like you get 100 ton of fucking crap, and there's very little gold in 100 ton. Actually, there is a office in Iwakura. So from here, it's about 300 meters, 200, 300 meters. There's an office of Shoko Asahara out the Om Shinrikyo. I am not kidding. No, I have, but they don't let you they don't let you in. Yeah, you might be right, Guy. Though I read something many years ago. There was this guy, and he had figured out which is not, if it's a geologist, they can figure out where the gold has run or where the gold has formed into the ores. But